Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to episode 1 of Pretty Positive Podcast. I am your host, Ronnie. That's all you need to know, not too much. All of my links are in my bio. You can also check me on both platforms on YouTube, Pretty Positive Podcast, and on Spotify, Pretty Positive Podcast. Check me out both of these places of where you can listen. I appreciate everyone that is listening today. You already know that I am so grateful. Like any click, even if you're clicking to be messy or to be in my business, or if you're just clicking just because you want to hear, what I really have to say and really are taking that in because you care about me. For the people that don't know me, hello, welcome. I'm just so excited to be starting this podcast once again and really starting it on a clean slate, I would say, because I started my page over. I did have Pretty Positive Podcast. Why do I keep saying Pretty Podcast? Pretty Positive Podcast on a different YouTube page, but I wanted to change up, switch it, start clean, and make this really about just Pretty Positive, not starting completely over with all the name switches. Like, this is going to be my brand. Okay. So I do want to welcome you. If you have not subscribed or haven't followed me yet, please hit that follow button. Please hit the subscribe button so you can know when I post. I will be posting every Sunday evening. And I hope, once we're done with this episode, we are able to be positive. After we are done with this episode, hopefully we can stick to being pretty and positive, okay? Other than that, today we're going to get pretty messy, okay? We're going to get pretty messy. That's the name of this episode. And I want to be very clear when I start, okay? This is my truth. I am unapologetic about my truth. You may take it as a punch in the chest or a shot. It's all of that. It's all of that. I've been nice. I've been quiet. I've been cute. I've been keeping it soft girl like Christian. Very, very blessed. Very demure. But I'm not about to do that. I'm about to talk about some real life stuff. I want to get everything off my chest that I've been experienced throughout these years of me walking with Christ. I also want to talk about a few people in a few places and a few things. But thank you so much for listening. Like I said, all of my links will be below. If you want to follow me on any of my really streaming platforms or my social media platforms, they will be linked below, and hit that subscribe and check me out every Sunday. Let's get into it. I want to start off with a quote. Okay. Life's cute from the outside, but baby, behind the scenes is given very much chaos with a side of healing. Okay. Very much chaos. My life has been cool. I've been calm. I've been collective. I've been at peace. Okay. I really haven't had too much drama. I just been really following Christ and being obedient with myself. I have been celibate. I have not been giving my body to no one. I have not been giving my time to anyone. I haven't been giving my energy to anyone. Now, I have crashed out once, but I've crashed out. But it wasn't to the point where I was cursing. I gave up cursing. I gave up alcohol. I gave up smoking. Anything in that nature, I have gave up. And I've really been living a clean lifestyle and giving my life completely to Christ. Okay. So let's start there. I've been okay. Okay. Mentally, spiritually, I've been cleansed. Okay. But I do want to talk about the pressure of keeping family ties when it feels one-sided or draining, right? So I love my family dearly. I really do. I do feel like there's a lot of like choppiness within my family. I feel like not everybody is together how they used to be together back in the day. And that hurts my feelings because I feel like we're getting nothing but older and time is ticking and people can be gone by a snap of a finger. You know what I mean? So I take family time very serious. Now, I know I am not the closest to all of my family members, especially when it comes to my dad's side. And that is just a problem that I have with my dad because he didn't connect us all. So that all kind of stems to that. So it's like, I feel like almost foreign to that side. Yes, I talk to them or like we'll have a 1 and 2 and a 1 and 2. But as far as like hanging out and being around often, that's not something that I really feel completely I guess comfortable with just yet. Not saying that I feel like they will be weirded people or feel like they're going to do me wrong, because I don't feel like that at all. But I do feel that it's just very foreign to me, and I want to be able to be fully myself without coming off as like being a B word, because I'm not that. And I want to be genuine when it comes to my interactions with my other side of my family. I don't want it to seem forced. So I have been praying on God giving me, I guess, giving me some type of, what can I call it? Guidance to approach those relationships and handle them one-on-one. I don't want to handle them, as a group. I want to handle them one-on-one with each and every one of my siblings. And I tried with my dad. Again, I did give him the opportunity to I don't want to say proved himself to me, but I give him the opportunity to like really, explain what he has going on. And my dad is going through some stuff as far as health wise. So I mean, there's that, but I still feel like nothing really came out of it besides the same old, making it seem like I don't like him or I haven't talked to him because of I don't know. It still came across as if like I was the one like stopping our relationship, when it really wasn't him taking accountability of him not being in his kids' lives like he should have been. So I am very foreign when it comes to that side of my family. Now my mom's side I'm very close to. My grandparents basically I see every day. My brother I see every day. And of course those are like my immediates, because those are the people that I'm around all the time, 24/7, 7 days a week. They know what I'm wearing every day. You know what I mean? So those are people that I'm around the most. And I do have my other family members that do come around, cousins and aunts and uncles and things like that. But I can say this, I don't feel like my family has been the same. And that could just be due to people getting older. That could be due to people having their own trauma and they don't want to come around. Or that can go with, us not having these real conversations and bringing everything to the table in order to come completely together as a family. Now, my family's having a family reunion soon and I'm not going. The reason I am not going is because nobody has that type of money to be spending. No, not just that. I just didn't feel like I guess traveling at this moment of time in August. I have stuff that's going on in the following month. I'm in a wedding, so it was just a lot, the time frame of it all. And I went to Disney early in the year, and it's been like back to back. I feel like I just kept going. My birthday came, then my son's birthday just passed. Then I've been dealing with just like mentally healing from the thought of my mother still being, dead for the last few years. So it's been really, really heavy on me. And I feel like I just been having a lot going on, and my mind has not stopped since I came from Disney. So I'm just trying to gather my thoughts. And I feel like really now being places without my mother, like far as when it comes to like family, feels so like it feels like something's missing. Like even on 4th of July, I made sure I sat outside and tried to be around, but it was still something missing. I ended up going back in the house like early, like at 8 o'clock, and going to bed and just like really thinking like, man, like family is just, it's not wrong with my family, but it's just not familying the way that it used to. And I think the part of it is just me missing my mom so much. Even though my mom didn't show up to every event, she was just such a big piece of our little family, like me, my brother, my mom. So it's like we don't have that. So it's just like that's a big part of why I think I feel so like kind of standoffish when it comes to like being around my complete family, because I don't feel like everything is always like, it don't feel like family to me. It feels like a missing puzzle piece. I guess I don't know. Just because we are blood don't mean we're aligned, and that's okay. What I mean by that, like at the end of the day, like I'm on my journey of spirituality and I'm giving my life to Christ, and not everybody is there, and I don't fault nobody from being there. I don't fault nobody for going their own way and their own path or doing what they need to do in life. But just because I'm your family member or whatever the case may be doesn't mean that I don't agree with everything you do. Like I don't. And I've noticed that like just throughout all these years, like since my mom passed, it really opened my eyes to like a lot when it comes to family. Like, you know what I mean? So I just feel like I'm a little bit, I stick out a lot because I am on this path, and it, like I said, it's okay. My grandparents are very spiritual. They go to church and stuff like that, but you know, they still got their things that they, you know, got to deal with and whatever the case may be. And then my cousins got their own stuff they deal with. My brother got his own stuff we all got our stuff that we deal with. So I don't expect anyone to know my journey or understand my journey and walk the same journey as me. So it's okay if like you don't understand what I'm doing and why I've been standoffish, or why I just decided to, you know, cut ties or stop communicating with certain people. It's not because that I don't love you, or I don't feel like you love me. I feel like just right now our lives don't align with each other, and that's okay. You know what I mean? And that's okay. Even if you're my family, it's okay. So yeah, it's just been very interesting. I've been just keeping the peace. I've been trying to still love on my family from a distance when it's necessary. I'ma still, you know, reply if someone reaches out to me, but people may feel this distance coming. And just know that I'm not doing it out of bitterness. I'm doing it more out of just me following my path and where God is putting me. And some things I just feel like is not right. And I feel like we are getting older, and before you know it, our older generation that's in our family is going to be gone, and we have to be the ones that hold it down. And I feel like once that does happen, I feel like it's going to be more of a separation in my family, and it's not going to be that many people coming together, and that saddens me. It really does sadden me, and I really wish and I hope and pray every day that one day, like, you know, it becomes more of a tighter bond, you know, when it comes to that. But anyway, off of that, let's talk about some fake people, fake love, fake friendships. Now, some folks will love you as long as you're struggling. They will love you to death as long as you're struggling. Okay? And what I mean by that, people want to know the tea. People want to keep up with what your drama is, what you got going on. But when you do something positive in your life, you see them float away. They go gone. They ball. They gone like butterflies. It's gone. They may stick around, see some of your accomplishments and whatever the case may be, and then boom, they gone. I'm sick of people coming in my life being inconsistent. I'm sick of people coming in my life with just bringing negativity. Every time I hear from you is negativity. You got something going on. And I'm not saying you can't trauma dump a little bit on me, but if it becomes overload trauma dumping, I don't want to hear it. And I'm going to make it very clear that I don't want to hear it. And if I try to give you advice on it and tell you like, hey, maybe you should switch your tone or maybe you should do this, and you're still not listening, that's even pushing me further away. Because at this point, you're not even trying to change for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I can't help somebody that doesn't want to be helped. I can't. All I can do is pray for you from a distance. I'm not trying to be sitting here preaching the gospel and praying over you all the time, and you're still going back doing the same thing over and over again. Like it's now becoming repetitive, and now it's becoming exhausting. So now I have to back away because I'm getting drained of my energy, like literally draining. I can't tell you how many times where it's like people will come to me about stuff or something's heavy on their heart, and they know that I'm so kind-hearted and I'm so loving, and I try to give advice the best way I can, and whatever I can give, I try. You know what I mean? And it's like I feel like I'm getting smacked in the face when, like, next few days or whatever, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. So it's like at this point, I just can't deal with people that are energy suckers. If you're going to suck my energy, you can get the gone. Respectfully, you can get the gone. I have the driest phone right now. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. I'm okay with it because I feel like in this season that I'm in, a lot of things I just need to stop aligning myself with, and a lot of things I just need to not tolerate or listen to, and a lot of things I just been separating myself from due to the journey I'm on. People are inconsistent and inconsiderate. You can show up for people all day. I show up. I try my best to show up. And if I can't show up, it's because I have my son or something's crazy going on. But I try to show up the best way I can when it comes to my friends. And if I can't show up, like I said, I will give you some advice. Something. I'm going to give you something. A reasoning. But I don't even want to throw parties anymore. I don't even want to throw parties anymore. I don't want to throw parties for myself. I don't want to throw parties for my son because people are inconsistent. When it comes to you, though, and I'm not saying I'm picture perfect, like I can just drop everything I'm doing as well and just show up for people, but I make sure that I try or I make a way. But lately it's been a lot on me with having my son, and I'm gonna get into that. But I don't ask for much. I don't ask people for nothing. You don't gotta get me nothing. You don't gotta sit here and be up my butt. I'm just asking for consideration and consistency. That's all I ever ask from anybody. People that I've been friends with, people that I love. Just be consistent with how you feel, how you move, how you rock with me, the vibe, the tone, the everything. I'm sick of people coming in my life acting like they love me, acting like they care about me. When everything gets flipped around and they only care about themselves. Selfish. But they think they can throw you this, throw you that. Oh, maybe if I get you a gift, or maybe if I do this for you, or maybe if I check on you every once in a blue moon, I think we're okay. No, we're not. I'm giving the same energy. One thing people won't realize about me, I'm a mirror. So when you give me an energy, I'm mirroring it right back. That's just the way I am. I'm not about to sit here and pour my heart out to somebody and give them my all, my everything, and try to be consistent, try to reach out, try to do this and that, try to get out more. I don't know, whatever the case may be. I'm not doing it if it's not being poured back into my cup. I done did that before, and look where it landed me, with a baby and nobody. And I love my son. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not get that twisted. But I'm just saying, I gave my all to end up with a child and nobody. Okay? So I'm not about to keep giving everything to people, and it's not consistent or given back to me. Like, I hate when people come off the gate making it seem like they're going to be this and that for me, or be in my life and be this and that for me, or be a solid You're not solid, bro. Nothing gives solid. Nothing gives godly. Nothing gives consistency. Nothing gives love. Nothing gives any of that. It gives fraudulent. You're a fraud. You fake it for whoever. Yourself. For the look of social media. You fake it for, I guess, your own good, to make you feel good to sleep at night. People don't see some of the stuff that they do. And like I said, I am not perfect. But when I'm in something, I try to stay consistent with how I'm feeding out to people. Now, when I start to feel some type of way, or I start to feel like your presence is no longer welcome in my life, you're going to catch that distance. You're going to see how I act. You're going to see how I'm not reaching out to you as much. You're going to see that, something's going on. Something's wrong with her emotions. We ain't got to be friends, but we do have to be adults. We don't. So one thing I am going to do is keep it cute on here. One thing I am going to do is keep it, 100 as well. I haven't lost anything that wasn't meant to be gone. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Half of the people didn't check on me since my mom died. Half of y'all don't care. It's always cute to act like we care. But who really is deeply there? Who's going to be the one who drop everything? It's not many of those people I can point out right now. I can't. There's not people that I can just call and be like, I know this person's going to show up. I know this person got me if I don't got no money. I know this. I don't have that. It's a few solid people in my life right now. And I lost one of them already. She's in heaven. My mother. I can't depend on nobody to watch my kid just out of the blue. Besides maybe like my grandma or something like that. You know what I mean? But like I'm talking about just, I don't have that. I don't expect nothing from nobody. I don't ask for much from anybody. So it was a very slap in the face when I ask for something and you don't show up, or you're inconsistent with it, or you don't even care enough to apologize. I'm done with y'all, and I'm serious. Y'all cut off. Don't reach out to me. Don't comment on this video, and don't say nothing to me in person. And if you want to fight, you know where I'm at. Pull up. I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of y'all being fake fake personalities on the internet. That's not who you are. Stop lying. I am who I am on the internet and off the internet. This is me. And I carry that. Positive Ronnie. Yeah. It's funny because people be making fun of it. Like, you're really always like this. Yes, I'm always like this. But sometimes I get sick and tired of people thinking that, like, it's sweet over here. Stop playing with my time. Stop playing with my patience. I ain't one of these just regular people. I have so much to offer. I have so much love to give. I give time. I give great advice. And I'm becoming more and more of a better woman and a strong mother. And I'm doing a good job at it. Yes, there is still stuff that I need to work on, of course. But one thing I can say is I'm not standing here being two different people. I'm one person. And you're not. You're not. You're not. And it sucks. It sucks. What we avoid usually ends up growing in the dark. We avoid those deep conversations with family members that we don't want to touch on because it's too traumatizing and we feel like people don't want to get into it. Get into it. If you got something to say to somebody, say it. Why are we so scared to talk to people? Why are we so scared to tell people how it is? No, I think you're a bad person. No, you weren't here for me. No, I don't want to talk to you. No, I feel like our conversations are not where they should be. No, you hurt me. No, I'm done. I'm okay with it. I used to be so afraid to tell people I'm just not. I can't. My body, my heart, my soul, I can't. It's okay to get rid of the things that are too heavy on you. You carrying already baggage and adding extra baggage can ruin how fast, it can distract you. And it can weigh you down and you can't even get to where you need to go to your next destination, whatever your goals are, because you're carrying other people's baggage with you. I'm not trying to carry nobody else's baggage with me. I'm trying to be with people that's in a line with me and we trying to run together. We trying to get ahead together. I need people that's going to uplift me. I don't want nobody just throwing gifts on me. I don't want nobody just telling me this and that and giving me a future, talking about how they gonna do all of this for me and then they don't do it, or they even want to be consistent in trying. It's not that hard to wake up every day and come up with a conversation to talk about. It's not that hard to spend time with people. It's the summertime. But sometimes I don't want to spend time with y'all because I don't feel like it's anything that's going to be uplifting or genuine. People ain't genuine anymore. All they care about themselves and their kids. And they might care about 2 or 3 people in a circle. It's very rare to find a caring person for real. And I mean like care. Pull on the side of the road and give you an umbrella care. Child. I just want people to understand that God will help you get through whatever you're dealing with. It's been helping me. Like I said, I've been dealing with a lot of like just mentally, like just battling. I guess me, even when having a kid, I was just like I was nervous when I first had Messiah because I was like, me and his dad was not together. We had our own little stuff going on. We was not in a good place. We was still, shacking up, I guess. But it was still not a solid foundation there. So I was very, very nervous when I had Messiah. And it was also a blessing. And I think Messiah has shown me how I can have boundaries and I can say no to people and I can control who has access to me and I can control who can put their hands on me, and I mean like sexually or whatever the case may be, that I can say no to these things and I can fight that temptation and I can fight. I can fight. I can still fight because I want to be the best mommy and I want to be the best woman and the best example that I can be to my son. And he has made me feel so much stronger than I never thought I could be. Him and God, of course. God has showed me so much. But I just can't let, one thing I'm very protective of. I'm protective of me, but I'm very protective of Messiah. So any man that try to enter my life being fraudulent or think they about to just feed me a bunch of lies, I'm stopping that at the door. I can't handle heartbreak anymore. So for someone to ever think they about to give me any heartbreak or try to feed me lies or try to, I don't know, do something where I feel like it's just inconsiderate and inconsistent and being very non-genuine, they can go. I'm catching red flags from 2025 and so on. I'm catching red flags because guess what? I used to ignore those red flags, especially when it came to my son's father. I used to ignore a lot of red flags, and we're not going to get too deep within, our connection or whatever the case may be. But one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not tolerating BS. I done did that so long, and it comes off as, oh, you being crazy. You doing too much. No, I'm doing exactly what I need to do in this moment of time. Stop playing with me. I'm not one of those people that you're just going to step over. I'm not one of those people that you're just going to think you're going to play with. Because yes, I've gave my life to Christ, but I also know what's right from wrong. And I'm not about to get walked over. And I'm not going to get played with or gaslit or love bombed. That's why I just need, when I do decide to date or be with someone for the rest of my life, I want to make sure it is genuine. I don't want to rush anymore. I don't want to get love bombed. I just don't want no extra. I just want true love. And that's hard to find in this world that's full of people that are fraudulent. And they don't even know themselves yet. And the only way you can know that is if you gave your life to God, or whatever the case may be. You need to look deep within. Have you ever got on your knees and broke down and cried and really held yourself accountable? I know all my wrongs, and maybe an episode will dedicate that to my wrongs. I'll dedicate a whole episode to my wrongs that I did in my life. But I already sat on my knees, got on my knees, and prayed and let that out. And asked the Lord to forgive me. And I repented. And I changed my life around. I will never carry myself in the manner that I used to carry myself. How I used to give my body to certain people. How I used to just be out here just doing whatever. Drinking up a storm till I pass out. I would never allow myself to get angry enough where I'm putting my hands on somebody. And like I said, I did crash out a few days ago, but not a curse word came out of my mouth. It was nothing but facts. Don't play with my time and don't play with my child. And if you said you're going to do something for my child, you better do it. And I mean it. And that goes for anybody in my family. And that goes for anybody in my friend group. That goes to anybody that even is his father. If you're going to do something for my son, you better do it. And that's on me. I don't care about nobody's time. I don't care about how tired you is. I don't care about anything. You make adjustments. Because I would do the same for yours. I'm sick of people hurting my feelings. Don't reach out to me either. Because if I already canceled you, you canceled. Anyway. I'm done. Thank you so much for watching. You was like, dang, you ended it like that? Yes, I did. Because it gets pretty messy. And I can always get messier. I kept it cute today. God bless you all. Bye.